swans. These ones are alright though, they're tame. They're pretty tame. So I've just come back from the canal. I had some, well, my GoPro ran out of storage. Starting to rain again. So I've just decided to come back here and trot for some trout with the worm and float. So we'll see how that goes. So we'll give the trout a little go. Gonna use these Dendras, lovely Dendras. And I'll see you in a sec. So I'm just gonna start off quite shallow. And chuck it in, see what we get. It's gonna be slippy here where the ducks have come in, the swans even. And I've put it around the tree. First cast. Let's see what we can get. Just gonna throw it in there. Oh, I should have done the corner first actually, there's always a fish there. Got my drag quite loose. I'm using a size 16 hook, which is quite small for the worm I'm using, but I'd like to get the small trout as well. That was a bite. And trout normally take it under, just like perch. They just completely smash it. How much battery have I got? Full battery. Okay, good. I'll try a few of these shallow ones. I'll try this corner. Last time I dropped in here I had a dace, but I was using maggot. And I had my biggest trout in that corner. Oh, that was a fish. See? He's bit in half, that's a trout. 100% a trout. Trout just jumped over there as well. So they're a bit active at the minute. Might have to put a fresh worm on to try and get this trout here. I think it cuts underneath. So he'll be sitting in there and hitting everything that drops down basically. Which I don't know whether that was the intended design of the weir at first. But it's good for the trout fishing. Another bite. He's on my bait. Absolutely had the bait. Might be a perch. That second one was more perchy. Get this weed off. It'd be nice to look up to a trout and see it get air, because they do love to jump here. Because they're all wild here, they jump pretty high when they're hooked. But at least when they're further out, when they're close in, they can't really jump, can they? Just drop it back in there, drop it in the hole. It'll probably be a fucking roach. Come on. It might be alright. Oh no, it's going. Yeah. Oh, that's really perchy. So the worm's still there. Trout normally bite it in half. This is one of those sodding minnows. Shit tons of minnows in here as well. And I'm pretty sure there's one big pike somewhere. So I put a big ball of maggots on, like 8-9 maggots, and something just smashed them, and I couldn't do anything about it. And then they eventually bit me off. It could have been a huge trout. but my guess is a pike. It's not biting, whatever it is. Let's go a bit further out again. Go on, someone smash it. I know at least one fish is there because it's bitten twice. But I don't know whether that's the same fish or not. That far side's good as well. I've had them over there. Big ripple over there as well. They're active. At least we know they're active. It's not the best when you're not catching anything. When you know they're here. Come on then. Perfect weather, warm, overcast, a little bit of rain. Just let the float drift down. I've had them smash it at the back, at the front, on the edges, out deep. Something's messing with it. Probably I don't know what it, probably a minnow. Trout would just smash it, especially on a size 16 hook as well. We'll go slap back. Big trout just jumped over there. Big trout. Might have to cast on the right. So what they do is they wait in the calm over there. And when all the worms and whatever are coming down, they just smash it from the side. Yeah, something's biting in the middle again. Just won't take it though. It's tiny, whatever it is. It's playing with it. Every now and then it just bobs down and then back up very quickly. I haven't fished night times here yet. Oh, bait's gone. Evenings. I've only fished the mornings, and the mornings are the most productive. I've actually come down in the daytime once. I don't know whether it was too hot or whatever, but fish just weren't biting. And I had to switch tactics from worming for trout, and I decided to put some casters on. I caught a nice 11-ounce dace, and there's even bigger here. I think there's 1 pound plus dace here. Honestly, I've seen them on the surface feeding, and the one that took mine was a even smaller one of the smaller ones, should I say. So there's fish feeding, just need to catch one. I might try that right side instead. It's a bit of a harder cast to get because of the trees. Perfect, absolutely perfect. I'm going to be careful of my line going into the weir and being sucked under. So that also pulls my float down. There's normally a big perch that sits over there. Yeah, fish on, fish on, fish on. What is it? I think it's a brownie. Oh, he's come off at the wall. It was a brown trout. Brownie, little brownie. On that right side. Only a little one. I do really want a rainbow. They have been caught here before. Or around the corner a little bit. I'm sure a rainbow would be sitting in this weir somewhere. I'm just side hooking them rather than head hooking. If I was fishing for perch, I'd head hook them so the fish don't swallow the hook. But these trout seem to be alright. Alright, cast. Not as good as the last one though. I'll probably put this part of the video first, the trout bit, and then the canal bit second. Oh, oh, little bob. Go on, Mr. Trout. Yep, fish on. It's only small. What is it? Oh, it's a little trout. Oh no, it's not. It's a chub. A little chub. Ugh. Baby chub. We'll just let him go here. Look at him. Beautiful fish. And he's gone. This river goes that way, and it goes that way. And there's plenty of room for him. Plenty of oxygenated water in all directions. So he'll find another weir or whatever. Although the bigger fish I like to keep here. We'll start with a little chub. A baby chub. Some people call them chublets. But to me they're just chub. Another good cast. I'm getting good at this casting. It's as if I've done it for years. Need that big boy, come on. Oh, just as I said that, we need that big boy. Something smashes it. This all seems to be happening on that right side. Got my dinner there, my Haribos, my can of Coke. Come on. I have a love-hate relationship with Dendras. I love how they move and wriggle in the water, but they also do the same when I'm trying to hook them. Let's get back down there. Considering this place is like 5 minutes from my house, it's probably the best place for fishing for me, to be honest. Doesn't get any better. Come down, maggots, Dendra, that's all you need. But I spent, let's say I spend 10 quid on bait, that would sort me for like at least a week. Dendra are more expensive than maggots. I'm gonna have to try a bottom rod here soon though. Or some rolling some meat down. See if I can get a barbel. If they are here. If they are, they're probably tiny. I'm yet to get a big chub from this swim. I've only had small ones. Oh, we're stuck on some weed. Lovely. Oh, they can't even shake it off, either. You have to do it manually. It's a good thing about this weir, actually, because it's got the weed in. If I do have a fish and I can just lift it, I can always just slide it up onto the weed, because it's completely soft. Completely soft. It's a thick blanket of algae, so there's no way a fish is getting hurt. That's the best cast. Better than my other one earlier. Come on then. And I do like this fishing a little bit more than the canals. A bit more action packed. Constant. Always doing something. That's why I like the canals as well, because it can be a little bit more relaxing than on the river. Come on then. We'll try in this corner again. That trout that probably came off is probably down there now, with the other trout that's down there. No, he's got a bit further out than that. Oh no, I've done things to my reel. I actually need to cast out far. Oh, do I do it? Nah, it's just strip line a sec. Oh no, it's fine. It just wraps around my reel for a second. The wrong bit of the reel. Right in that corner, come on. Someone's got to be sitting there. No? And the one it's sitting deep. I'm not sure how deep it is here, to be honest. Let's go back to the right side. Oh, I cast a bit far then, but oh well. Controlling the line coming out, otherwise I'll get weed on it again. Come on then. Surprised you haven't perch smash it yet. Normally a few of them knocking about. Oh, somebody's taking it for a walk. Don't know what that was, but we'll cast back out to it. Someone was just taking it to the side. Probably a minnow. You notice how I haven't baited it or anything. Just want to keep it natural. I'm using a natural bait, a worm. It's what these fish are used to. Worms and, I don't know, they normally bite leaves. They're that stupid. Flies, there's loads of flies about. Probably should get a fly rod out at some time. I like the float. Float's a good bit of fun. Light gear, light float. Big fish. If we can get a big fish today, that is. Would be nice. Nice if I already had a big fish. And there's roach. Nice roach. The thing about this place is there's a lot of minnows that like to play with baits. And they will take your float under. We're right at the back of the swim now. Let's bring it in. Tried the corner again. That's what I do the whole time, just go back and forth between spots. spots that I know I produce fish. Because the fish are always moving around, moving to different spots, deeper spots, more oxygenated spots. You never know where they are really. You know the kind of idea where they could be. It's just trying to... Oh. Someone took it under. It didn't feel like a bite. Probably a snag. I've heard stories of big brown trout a while ago though. £6 plus. It would be nice, but I doubt it's going to happen. What is that, man? Come on. Come on, Mr. Fish. You know it's a trout bite because they bite the worm in half. And fish aim for centre of mass as well. So centre of mass where my worm is where the hook is, so theoretically you should hook up to one. Let's go back to that right side. But with a closer catch. Cast. And it's raining again. What's with this on and off rain? Come on then. Oh. Oh. A little bite. Gonna come back for more. Maybe. Let's drop it down there again. And then we'll go to the right again. Normally they like the sound of something dropping in the water as well. That'll bring the attention to the trout. Although don't be too noisy, otherwise they will spook. That's enough there. Go back over here. Oh, just past the weed. I know there's a plant down there, so I might get snagged on it. Come on then. Is it caught on the plant again? That's going to get caught on the plant. See, in the morning the trout would be smashing these worms. I've had that little one hook up, but normally get a few more. Is that a bite? It's hard to tell because the raindrops are landing near it. When it's far away, I look out for the little ripple. Keep trying that right side. I did see that one jump. To let the line out slowly. And cast straight over there, right at the back of the swim. Just about to restart, and there was a big ripple behind me just there. Might have been a carp. I've heard there's carp here. Haven't tried. I've heard there's bream, everything. And these lily pads here, they just remind me of a tench all the time. Because tench love lilies. I'll keep casting right side. Be nice to get a tench. I've never had one. Not a big one at least. I've got the bait for it, worms. Got the rigs for it. Just never get up early enough to go for tench really. Rather go for trout. that's a bite, that's a bite, that's a bite. Bite but no fish. Not what we like to see. He just took it under like 2-3 times. Then it went under a little bit more and I was like, oh yeah, let's give it a strike, but nothing came of it. Yeah, same place. And he's had my bait. Another bubble over there. Bubble and a ripple. Ripple and a bubble. Come on then, where's the line? It's the one thing I hate about coarse freshwater fishing. I'm used to these 30-pound lines in the sea and plus sometimes even 300-pound line on the boat. And when I go down to these 3-pound, 1-pound lines sometimes, fucking hell, I can't even see. That's bang on the money, come on. Come on. Yep. Oh, that was a perch. Big perch. I don't know how he didn't hook up. We'll try him again. He probably won't go for it though, now that he's been disturbed. You never know. They're quite ballsy fish, perch are. Oh, someone had to go. Something did have a go. Cast both back over to that side. At least I think it was a perch. It looked like a perch. But at the same time it looked very golden. Which was weird. The only thing that could be, I don't know, rudd. Big rudd. Or maybe a trout. Yeah, something's there. Something's definitely there. He's on my worm again. Fucking hell. What's happening? Size 16 hook. We'll get this fish eventually. One day or another. You'll be on my Instagram one day and you'll see big fish that I kept losing. It's a smart fish, let's just say that. Don't know if it's big, but it's smart. Or is it smart? It's not even moving from that place. Oh, there's a big shoal of them out there. I've had big shoals of dace, not necessarily here, but round the corner. There's always a chance of a huge dace. It'd have to be a monster. I've head hooked this one, see if it makes a difference. Come on, that's got to be the one, if he's still there. Do I let him play with it for a bit longer, maybe? Let's keep casting there. We know at least one fish is over there. I had that chub from over there as well, so it must be a good little deep hole over there. Or it's the calm, they must see the worm, smash it from that calm water. I'll have to go. I've never got up early one morning here and actually gone around the whole thing and looked for the fish. I'll have to try that. I'll just come down with a little size 20 hook and a couple of maggots and see what we can get. Yeah, that's a fish, that's a fish. That is a fish. Oh, he's fighting. It's a trout, I think. Nice trout. Yeah, it's an alright one. We can lift him there. That is an alright trout. Oh, he's not a happy trout. Hook's come out. There he is. He spat the hook. Absolutely spat the hook, but oh, lovely red spots on this boy. Absolutely stunning fish. He's not going to stay still for the camera, is he? Classic trout, eh? Classic trout. He's giving me a hug. There he is. Oh, careful. He doesn't want to stay still. He's got so much energy. There he is. Absolute stunner. We'll get him back in the water now. That has to be one of the easiest unhooks from a trout. Unhooked himself. I've got the net down there just in case I get a huge one. Don't want to be caught out, do we? Lovely fish though, absolutely stunning colours. Nice to get a couple more. Starting to get a little bit darker now. I don't think that's what was smashing it at first though. That took it a lot deeper out. Well, not deeper necessarily, further out. But it absolutely smashed it. I only forgot my pliers coming down, so that would have been a bit of fun. Nothing beats a trout. Nothing beats a trout. Getting to the same place where we just had that one. Maybe there's another, maybe there's not. Most likely not. I'm not sure on how good the camera angles are either, to be honest. So I haven't really used the GoPro that much. Oh no, that's a bad cast. And I've caught the weir. There we go, we're out. Just got a little bit of weed on it. Maybe they like the weed on it, more natural. And I've lost my worm. Come on now. A little bit of worm surgery. It's a bit far, we'll go for that. Actually, let's try this spot again. Now that we caught a fish. Let me put it in there properly. Perfect. And that worm's just sinking right by the wall on the left. Oh, 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 oh. There's a fish down there at least. Look at that. That worm's been munched. That's a trout bite, that is. They have these little tiny teeth. You can see them better on the bigger ones. But they have got teeth. You might not care for this little bit of worm. I might have to put a fresh one on. There's always one down there. Not sure how good the underwater footage is either, because I've never done that with the camera before. This camera at least. I've done it with my phone, but never with a GoPro. Right in by the weir now. Anything's going to take this little bit of worm, to be honest. They're looking for big things so they can hit it. Bigger the better. Even the small trout will go for a big bait. But every now and then they will take maggots. It just depends on how hungry they are. Yeah, that's a fish. Oh, he done me in a snag. I felt the fish, felt him head shaking. What was that? What was that then? Oh, the shit cast. It's probably gone, but we'll give it a whirl. We'll make a bit of commotion with these casts. See if he gets spooked or attracted in, whatever it is. That's bang on him. If he is there. That's where the minnows normally sit, so they might want to be feeding on minnows. I'll have to try that one day. I'll bring my minnow rod. Let's see if we can get a couple of minnows. Put them in the swim. Because I think a big trout would take a big minnow. Well, a small minnow. It doesn't even have to be big, does it? That's a minnow bite, I think. Is it? Or was it a trout bite? A little trout. That was a weird one. We'll get back down in that deep hole, I think. There could be a little jack pike about as well. Because they do love a munch on a minnow, don't they? I think a minnow's had this little bit of worm. But there's a lot of fish activity, which is what we like to see. We'll drop back down on the other side and then we'll go back to the right if there's nothing there. I also need to get some more SD cards for this camera. Because I've only got the one and it's about 2 hours of footage I can get. Which may seem like a lot, but for some reason it goes down quicker than what it actually is. Slot it right in there. Come on then. Whatever it was, it managed to spit the hook and spit it into a branch. I think we'll go back to that right side. I think we spooked that fish that was down there. We'll try again in a bit, see if we'll come back. Or a different fish will take his spot. This poor little chub has managed to lose his gill plate and I don't know how. That's weird, that is. Maybe a heron's had at him. Another small trout, only a small one. Beautiful though.